Hey everybody, it's Richard here with an update to custom recurrence. So if you're a school admin or a teacher who's nearing the end of your school year, or you're already looking ahead to next year, I really encourage you to take a look at some of the updates I've made to custom recurrence. As a reminder, custom recurrence is a Google Workspace add-on for Google Calendar that lets you repeat events according to your own specific cycles. So if you're a school that repeats every 6 days, every 8 days, every 10 days, you can define the parameters of how your events repeat on Google Calendar and share that configuration with all of the others in your school or organization. You can read about it at my blog post here, but let's get into the update. So custom recurrence lives in the sidebar like all other workspace add-ons, and when you launch it, it's going to come with a default configuration. I've already updated the configuration of this one to reflect what the next school year will look like for a school that has a 10-day pattern. And what's cool about this update is you get immediate access to your configuration file right at the bottom button of the add-on. So simply in your school, you would simply update all of the columns to match the data that is in your school for that given school year, and you would just do this year to year. So to start it off, we see that our the first day of school here is going to be August 29th of 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that day. So this is a day 1 according to our schedule. So I'm actually just going to create an event right here called day 1. And now when I click on that event, the add-on will tell me day 1 will repeat on day 1. And I can do this for, as long as I want to the end of the year. So let's just go through to, for example, through maybe winter break, which is probably about there. And I'm going to click Create Series for all dates. What this does is repeats day 1 on every single day 1. So as we fast forward through our calendar, we might need to give it a refresh, but we're going to see that there is a day 1 planted everywhere on this calendar. So another example is perhaps we want to add an event that repeats every other day of the cycle. So let's go again with day 1 just so we know our reference point. And I'm going to call this one repeat every other cycle. I'm going to save that event. So just like I did for the first event, I go ahead and I launch the add-on. I'm going to select the event. This time I'm going to choose create for every other cycle until winter break. So we're going to fast forward again to December 16th, create for every other date. So here we have it. It says repeat every other cycle has been repeated on every other day 1 until December 16th. So let's just give it a refresh right now, and we can fast forward, and we can see how it's now repeating every other day 1. So there is our every other cycle repeating date. And now the final option I want to show you is selecting specific days. So we're going to go down to here and choose specific days. So with this event, I'm going to choose launch the add-on. And if I choose this event here, again, all the way until December 16th, and I'm going to select specific dates. And here, it's going to give me a checkbox of all of the day ones leading up until winter break. So let's say maybe I want to repeat it here, and then maybe just again on this one right here. I'm going to create this selected series. So its specific days has been repeated, selectively repeated on day 1 until December 16th. And as we can go through, here's the first one we did, October 27th, and then the next one is going to be on that last day, December 15th. And notice now in the user interface, we do have some labels next to all of the days that we're skipping. So this is just a quick view of the academic calendar and any of PD days and days off. It's nice to have that information there. And for this to work in your school, the one thing you will have to do is, with your configuration, you click here and just make sure this is shared with everybody in your domain, right? So you want to go there, add them as a viewer. They don't need edit access. And then the add-on will read this Google Sheet as the configuration for your domain. So there you have it. This is, again, I think of high value for any school that relies heavily on Google Calendar, that has a setting where the repeating patterns in the native Google Calendar app aren't necessarily helpful. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you check it out. Bye.